Hello and welcome to set 7 of Mountain Language. Again, this is a reference for you to use throughout the week to help you with any questions that you have as you go through your daily practice. Okay, let us begin with number 1. So, is this a common noun or a proper noun? Now, a beach doesn't name anything a specific beach like Huntington Beach or Venice Beach. So, I'm not going to change anything. Excuse me, I'm going to get my pen on here. This is just a common noun. I don't have to change that first letter into a capital letter. Number 2. Okay, molecules, so singular or plural form. Right now, molecules with that S is the plural form of this word. To make this a singular form of the word, I'm just going to take off the S to make it a molecule. Number 3. Oops, get that erased out of here. Okay, number 3, contraction. So I have 2 words, U and R, that I have to make a contraction. Again, when I contract these 2 words, I can lose some letters and replace it with an apostrophe. If I lose that A and replace that with an apostrophe, I'm going to get the contraction of your. Again, not Y-O-U-R, but Y-O-U apostrophe R-E shows that you are. This is the word that's contracted. Number 4. Okay, number 4, adjective, the abbreviation. I was looking through my dictionary today. I normally see these when they're telling you the part of speech. If I have adjective and I want to make this abbreviation, again, I'm just taking out these letters. Just make sure you have a period on there. So ADJ period is the abbreviation of the word adjective. Number 5, ran like the wind. Okay, so explain this simile, metaphor, idiom. Okay, you can look at this as an idiom. Obviously, it's a simile because I can see the word like. Again, there's nothing literal about this. It's figurative language. If you run like the wind or ran like the wind, it means you're running very fast. Ran like the wind. He ran like the wind in his race. Number 6, dishonesty. Okay, so prefix, I can see at the beginning of my word, there's dis. My root word is honest. And my suffix is y. So that y makes dishonesty into a noun, okay? So maybe he showed great dishonesty when he was lying about the stolen pencil. And not a good character trait to have, dishonesty. Number 7, the home of Mrs. Jones. Okay, so if I'm going to show the possession of the subject, I've got to make sure that Mrs. Jones, subject to our sentence, owns this home. So Mr. Jones' home. And when you come across words that end with S, you do have the choice to put an apostrophe and then an S, or just to put an apostrophe after the S. I like doing it this way. So Mr. Jones's home shows that the home now belongs to Mr. Jones. Moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8 asks us to choose a synonym as the underlined word of average. Okay, so if you think about an average, say you're in math and you want to find an average score, you do have the low, and you have something in the middle, and then you have something that's high. So the average score would be something that's in the middle. So the synonym for average is in the middle. Number 9, Mom washed and ironed the clothes. Okay, so the subject of the sentence here is mom. Now I'm looking for the predicate. So what verbs is she doing? She's washing and she's ironing. So yesterday, because I have this ed on here, I can say that yesterday Mom washed and ironed the clothes. I'm not changing that sentence. Today, Mom washes and irons the clothes. And tomorrow, Mom will wash and will iron the clothes. Number 10, halfway through. So, again, guide words. I said I was in my dictionary today looking up something. And if I look at these guide words of appetite and appraise, I need the word that's going to go in between these 2 words. Okay. So right now I can see, and I think guilty yourself, so I can see PP. And as soon as I see that, I know that I'm going to check this word that has 1 P. And if the P comes before, I know I can't have this word apology. So out of these 2 words, I can see that this one kind of stands out because I can see where the limit of my guide page ends at the R. Now, if I look at this 5th letter here and say the O is after the A, then I can't have this word approve. Let's double check applause. Does L come after E? Yes, it does. And does L come before R? Yes, it does. So my word has to be applause. That comes in between those two words in my guide word. Okay, number 11. Sap is to tree as blood is to. So in this analogy, I'm thinking of a tree, something solid, and then if I cut a tree or I break a branch, sap comes out of it. So the liquid inside a tree is sap. So what's the part that holds the blood? So sap is to tree as blood is to body. Kind of makes sense. Number 12, separate. Okay, so this is where I was in my dictionary because I was looking this up because I had some queries on here. So if I'm going to look at separating this, I can hear the syllables, separate. So I know there's going to be 3 syllables, but let's see the split. So if I had the split here, so I'm going to have sep, rate. So if you separate something, you're going to kind of make a division between 2 things, and there is going to be the 3 syllable split. Separate. Separate. Okay, number 13. Okay, so when I look at this sentence, one thing stood out. As soon as I have said Jill, I knew that I had to have quotation marks because someone's speaking. When I have quotation marks, I got to have my rules when I have someone speaking to remind myself how to do this. So starting from the left, I know that I was going to have some quotation marks here. Carl and me doesn't want no soup, said Jill. If this is Carl's name, I have to have this capitalized. Carl and me, I don't like this. Carl and I. That's not better. Carl and I doesn't want no soup. This double negative doesn't sit right. So if I'm going to take out this word here and put don't want no soup, don't want any soup sounds a lot better. Carl and I don't want any soup, said Jill. So this is the end of what Jill is saying. I need to close this off with my quotation marks, but remember there has to be some punctuation here before. I'm just going to put a comma in there before I say who's speaking. Jill, proper noun, I need to have this capitalized, and this is the ending of my sentence, so I'm going to put a period. I'll read it through just to double check. Carl and I don't want any soup, said Jill. Sounds a lot better. Here comes number 14. 5 people rode in the car. Okay, is this a fact or an opinion? Now, if I can count those people inside the car at that certain time, this has to be a fact. Okay, if I said to you 5 people rode comfortably in the car, again, there's that matter of opinion because there's an argument, but I can't argue if I do a head count of the people in the car, so this has to be a fact. Number 15, husband, lately purpose. Something's not written correctly. Now these 2 words here, husband and purpose, I see these spelled incorrectly a lot of times. Even though you had that husband, it's husband, and purpose, it does sound differently. The one I'm looking at, this word here is lately. I still have to have my root word, and then I'm going to add the ly to make that an adjective. That's the correct spelling of the word lately. Number 16, moving along. Okay, so this is a good example of how certain letters make different sounds. So traditionally you can see that G making the G sound, but in this case, germ, actually the sound of that G sounds like a J. Germ. So I'll go through here. G, girl, no, that's what the G normally sounds like. Urge, maybe. Let's try this one. G, These 2 I'm taking out because this urge, the G makes the same sound as the G in germ. They both make that J sound. J, germ, urge. There you go. So, number 17, plugging along quickly today, guys. Oh, okay, bird, plane, car, balloon. Which word does not belong? I think everything's up in the air here, but apart from one. Excuse the pun. Car is the word that doesn't belong to me. A bird, a plane, balloon, they're all up in the sky, they're all up in the air as they travel along the car. Unless you have a flying car, it's definitely on the ground. Car is the other one out. Number 18, okay, ABC order. Later, lash, last, and late. All right, my key here is looking at this third letter, S and T. S comes before T, so it's out of lash and last. So I look at this fourth letter, and to me, the H comes before the T. So I have lash, I have the word last, and out of these two, because I have the extra R here on later and late, I know that late's gonna come first, therefore later comes last. Number 19. Okay, the opposite. So I'm looking for an antonym to this word here, ancient. Now, I know that ancient is something that's very old, something that's like an antique. Oh, I've got one there because that's a synonym. Take that out. Aged, meaning old. I believe the opposite of ancient is new. Okay, guys, rattling on to the last one. Here's number 20. Number 20, unfortunately asks us for things in the classroom, a place I dearly miss. Number one for me has to be you guys, students, things in the classroom. I'll choose something here. How about that smart board that I'm always on? So those are two nouns inside here and things in the classroom. And I'll just go for an abstraction. I know that seems like such a long time ago, but memories, and I know for me, with you guys, it's a happy bunch of memories. So those are my three things in a classroom. Again, when you're writing this in the list, please make sure you put the commas after each noun, even before that last article, and memories. Okay, guys, that was quick, that was good. Hopefully, again, that you can use this video, as a reference throughout your work for the week. If you have any questions, please reach me through the Google Classroom. If not, I'm happy practicing, and I'll see you for Mountain Math. Thank you, bye.